And welcome back to the Crypto Hulk Show. Oh my God. Russia. Oh man, I'm telling you what. It looks to me like it's all set up. The more I do this show, it's just all set up. It's like all this shit's planned out. Some of us, like all of you, we find out stuff early. But here's part of the problem. We get peaks. Like they can crack the door just a little bit and we kind of peek in a dark kind of room and then they shut the door and then that's what we get. I mean, so it's hard for us to figure out exactly what's going on. All right. And sometimes knowing just a little bit is probably worse than knowing a lot. So what we got to do, I try to find evidence and stuff, right? And I have a fact-based program. I try to base everything on facts. It doesn't mean that it's right. Okay. The concept of right and wrong is different than like fact, non-fact. Just because something fact-based, and then that doesn't mean that it's true or false. So I know I'm kind of getting a little bit off course. Or maybe you're like, Crypto Hulk, where is this going? Let me try to explain. Again, I look through the cracks of doors. I'm not a peeping Tom. Although one time at band camp, one time I can't tell you about in the show. Hey man, give me a break. I was like 8th grade, I think. A lot of times on Crypto Hulk Show, we get to look through the crack of a door. And in that room, it's kind of dark. Not the bad dark, but I think this whole crypto thing ends up bad. I can't always see what's going on. We try our best. I try to get you the best information I can, but you know what? It doesn't mean that it's true. It doesn't mean that it's right. It doesn't mean that what I'm showing you is correct. There's a risk. Life is full of risks, and you have to take them. At least me. You got to do what you got to do. So I can't tell anybody what to do. The crypto space is a risk. And I realize that. What I try to do is study. I try to investigate the best I can. And sometimes stuff just comes back where I just can't. Okay, like with the seal coin thing, all right? I'm just going to let you know. I got cryptos telling me, I got AI crypto and real evidence that's telling me it is, and it's not the real coin. I can ask Rock one day, and I get one answer. I can ask for another, and he'll show me something else. Same thing with Chat GPT, on and on. Okay. I got people that show me evidence for this. People show me, that Crypto Hulk, it's this and that and the other. I'm like, so risk is reward, says Crypto She-Hulk. So a guy called me, a $500 member called me today, and he wanted to know my take. He's going to keep his $250 or $300 in it or whatever. I said, look, man, well, I'm not going to get into the call because that's a personal call. Me and this person had a discussion, and I kind of explained my point to this person, and then the phone call was over. So what I'm telling you is that we're looking through the crack of a door, and we can't always see what it is. It kind of looks like this, but what if it's not, and it's really that? Okay. Just because I have facts doesn't mean that I'm right. Just because I show cryptos and I have I show how they're connected to banks or whatever. It doesn't mean that I'm right. Maybe the evidence is wrong, or maybe we're looking at the evidence in a wrong way. Not on everything, but I'm just saying. So what I'm saying is this pace is fucked up, okay? I'm best to get good information for you so you can make a good decision. I'm doing the same like this. I try to share with you my thoughts. We're not going to play let's copy trade Crypto Hulk. Don't copy what I do. I was telling the guy that on the phone. Don't copy what I do. I said what my job is to research the best I can, and I do my best because my reputation's on the line. And your life, our financial future is on the line. If I do the best to come up with the facts that I find, it doesn't mean that I'm right. I'm sharing with you information that I find. That's what a lot of my shows are. We find this crypto. I show you the connections that I see. It doesn't mean that crypto is going to be successful. I've seen crypto projects fail. I've seen companies just fail all of a sudden, really strange. And part of that might be on purpose. Rest of that crypto and stuff. I think XRP is a big test, honestly. I think the XRP was out in the world. They wanted to see if people use it. Can it get hacked? I think we're test rats. I think we're guinea pigs in the test lab. I really do. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe certain cryptos get taken by the government. Okay, we're taking it back. We just wanted to make, hey, thanks for testing out XRP, XDC, or what? Maybe it's the ISOs. Thank you, everybody, for testing these. Maybe it's Hedera, my biggest holding. I don't know. Look, I don't have the answers. I try to, what do they call a hypothesis, an educated guess? I'm guessing. I have an educated, my show is a hypothesis, an educated guess. That's what we're doing. Crypto's gambling, right? Okay. I mean, sometimes we literally have a little gambling thing with the pump dump. I talked to a guy today that likes to collect the different cryptos that I go over. And then today we had to consolidate. So we wanted to kind of crunch some a little bit. And okay. I told him people have a reason for watching my show. I said, some people don't watch my show for the crypto. They just look for the crypto stocks. We're going to go over one of those today. Seals Q. Back in the news again every fucking week, right? So that's how I know. My name is Crypto Hulk. I'm not a financial advisor. So I'll get into my disclaimer here. So just whatever cryptos that we find, whatever businesses that I go over, we don't know anything. I'm trying to look through the cracked shut door. Hey, there's projects we go over that they're working on, like, and then they just stop. Like they just stop using them. We don't know if it's permanently shut down a project or look, all I am is a person. I do research like anybody can do. Well, I do a pretty good job, and then I present information that I find to you. I present my findings. You have to determine what you're going to do with the information I give you. It's kind of like I told the guy on the phone, if I have a question on something I want to do in life, I'm going to call my friend up or one of my different friends, say, hey, you got 10 minutes? Because I'm kind of going through I don't know if I should buy chocolate ice cream or vanilla. And we go over the pros and cons. And sometimes, I mean, that's kind of like what my channel is. I give you information. I give you my opinion. I tell you what I'm going to do. Not all the time or whatever, but sometimes I'll just say, hey, I'm doing this. But we're not playing copy Crypto Hulk. I'm just somebody giving you a perspective. Like if you think of a pie, right? And you cut it up into 10 parts and everybody takes it. And if you put all the pieces back together, it's a full pie. Maybe I'm one of those pieces in your pie and you got 10 friends or 5 friends. Maybe you got 3 friends or whatever it is. and you talk to a couple of your pieces of the pie, you talk to a couple of your friends to get some information on what should I do. You figure it out yourself, like the president. He's got a cabinet, okay? He's got an economic specialist. Well, they should be specialists, but he's got like 10, 15 or whatever different people. He got a military guy. He's got an economics guy, an education director, a medical, like Dr. Fauci, who was working with that fucking retard Joe Biden. Now we got a Kennedy in office, a Democratic Kennedy helping a Republican president. That's pretty amazing right there. But so what I perform is I'm that person that like you go to talk to or ask a question to. I just give you my opinion. That's the only thing I got. I got an educated guess. I can give you my hypothesis on anything to do with banks, crypto, whatever. Like, it doesn't mean that I'm right. Okay. I'm looking through a cracked door and it's so hard to see through it. So I'm kind of like telling you guys, I'm looking through, I'm like, well, it kind of looks like this, but let me ask Grok or let me find this article because I'm not quite understanding. I don't know everything. So, like Blue's Clues, this is Crypto Clues or not, Pee-wee, but Hulky Herman says Henry Brown. Yeah, Blue's Clues. I remember that little show. I used to sit there with my daughter and watch that thing. I hated that guy. He was so fucking annoying. Henry Brown says, salute to Crypto She-Hulk and other moderators. Thank you very much, Henry Brown. Henry Brown again says, I'm not a financial advisor, consultant, lawyer, nor coach. Me and Crypto Hulk real names are Penn and Teller, and guess what? You have just been fooled. Henry Brown again says, shout out to the community, respect to you all. Say, here's a fun challenge for every 1,000 XRP you have to walk 2,000 steps and do that daily. Okay, that's getting a little interesting. Henry Brown sent one Crypto Hulk gift membership to XRP X-Ray. Interesting. Okay. Let me scroll down. Okay. USMC Water Rescue. Watch your crypto. I sent XRP from Robinhood to Biofin account with the XRP ledger. Robinhood, 20 minutes, and it's still pending. They don't want to give up the XRP. So, my name's Crypto Hulk, not a financial advisor, not a crypto advisor, none of the above. I don't know a thing about crypto. I don't know a thing about financial advice. Zoltar tells me everything. Me and Zoltar, I got this toy. He's asleep, so he don't hear me. I got this toy called Zoltar. Me and the toy, we snort coke lines. We shoot up heroin. We pop ecstasy pills. This is 24/7. We don't sleep. I've been doing this for 50 years straight. And before that, I just got out of jail serving 50 years for financial fraud, for defrauding customers. I spent 50 years in jail for defrauding customers. I was 5 years old at the time. I was in kindergarten giving financial advice and basically bankrupted the elementary school and stuff. Teachers hated me. Yeah, so at 5 years old, I went to jail. Now I'm 55. I just been out about 5 years now. Well, Crypto Hulk, that would make it 60 years. And you're also not good at math. Shut up. Chris Sharpie. I just sent some XRP from Robinhood to Caleb Brown and got to my wallet in maybe 5 minutes. I've had Uphold do me like that before. Held my transfer for 2 hours. Oh, man. I'm telling you what, you know why I like Caleb Brown? Crypto Hulk, because you're their affiliate. That's why you like them. Duh. We'll deal with that later. No, it's like with Caleb Brown, I'm the account owner. OWNER. If Robinhood goes into bankruptcy, or if something happens to Robinhood, financially, whatever, you're not the account owner. Legally, that's a big, big deal. You're an account holder, HOLDER, like your bank accounts, Wells Fargo. We are all account holders. Legally, if any of these banks get into trouble, if the government declares XRP systemically important and all the other ISOs, the bank's got to give it up. You want to know why? Because they are the account owners. You got it? This is what I'm trying to tell you. So that's why I like Caleb Brown, amongst a lot of reasons. Now, let's get into this show. And that's for show. Russia. I think they're trying to get us used to, I've been hearing this idea. Russia's been saying the United States is going to flip it and not pay the debt and launch a stable coin or something like that. Look right here. Russia accuses the United States of $37 trillion debt reset plan. Our debt in the United States is $37 trillion. And Russia is claiming we're going to use a stable coin of some kind to get rid of all this big debt. I'm telling you, everybody, it's coming. I think they're psychologically getting us ready. Vladimir Putin has an aide, and it says the United States could. I want you to hear this because this will happen. How do I know? Well, I'm the only channel on the whole internet telling you about Ripple and Russia partnership from 2014. It's called Z Payment. We'll get into that here in a few minutes. But none of these other channels ever have talked to you guys about Ripple and Russia and the Z Payment thing with evidence. Vladimir Putin's aide says United States could reset $37 trillion in debt with stable coins, sparking global trust concerns. They're all playing the game, everybody. Analysts warn shifting treasuries into stable coins would amount to a default, not a reset. Russia eyes a ruble-backed stable coin. Oh, everybody, I'm going to show you Ripple Russia here. I've got a little secret that no other channel has. I read you news like no other channel can because I want you prepared mentally and to position yourself correctly. Russia eyes a ruble-backed stable. So now the articles talk about, well, Russia's looking at maybe getting a stable coin. Oh, come on. They already got one. I already showed you. It's Ripple Russia. I can play the video. The guy's name, a senior advisor to Russian President Vladimir Putin, has announced or has accused the United States of planning to use cryptocurrencies, especially dollar-backed stablecoins, to reset its national debt. Everybody, it's Ripple Russia. Bring it. I've been telling you for 3 years, haven't I? I've been showing you the Ripple Russia for 3 fucking years, along with Z Payment, 3 fucking years. Has any other channel shown this stuff? No. What a damn shame. Next, Anton Kobyakov. Anton, my name is Russian Anton Kobyakov, Crypto Hulk. Is that does that have any kind of sexual intent with it? Would you shut up? Anton Kobyakov. I still say it's kind of a weird sounding last name. I don't want to get too close to that guy with a last name like Kobyakov. Sounds kind of like, yeah. Anton, who spoke at the Eastern Economic Forum in Vladivostok earlier this month, claimed Washington, D.C. is trying to rewrite the rules of gold. Oh, gold. That's why I've been buying gold like a crazy man. That's why for every $1 in crypto, I got $1 in gold. Just saying. It used to be $9 or $8 in gold, but now as crypto prices go up, yeah. So the Russian guy is trying to say that we're going to use gold in crypto, everybody. Oh, that's why I bought all that gold. It took me a year to pay it off. Last summer, around July or August, I bought gold. I just paid it off. It took a long time. That was the last of the gold. I've been buying gold for 3 years, 4 years, but that was the last of the gold because I said that was when gold was $2,000. I need to go in deep, and I did. I maxed out 4 credit cards. Took me a year to pay that shit off. I'm not worried about it. Now every gold coin I got is worth over $4,000. Oh, sweet. Rewrite the rules. According to him, the United States intends to migrate debt into stable coins, devaluate it, and start from scratch. Kobyakov argued that the United States has no choice but to lean on emerging financial instruments like stablecoins to offset its rising debt burden. He warned this approach would shift America's fiscal problems onto the global economy, eroding trust in the dollar as the world's reserve currency. This is so, he's lying. Here's the article here. It's on X. I can't send it because Putin's advisor said the U.S. has devised a scheme to erase its massive debt at the world's expense. The U.S. is now trying to rewrite the rules of gold and cryptocurrency. Remember the size of their debt, $35 trillion. These two sectors, gold and crypto, here we go, are essentially alternatives to the traditional global trading system. Washington's actions in this area clearly highlight one of its goals to urgently address the declining trust in the dollar. As in the 1930s and the 1970s, the U.S. plans to solve its financial problems at the world's expense, this time by pushing everyone into the crypto cloud. Over time, once part of the U.S. national debt is placed in stablecoins, Washington will devalue that debt. Put simply, they have 35 trillion currency debt. They'll move into the crypto cloud, devaluate it, and start from scratch. Whoa. Are you seeing what's going on right here? He linked the alleged strategy to a broader effort to exploit the rise of crypto and gold markets to extend U.S. dominance at the expense of rivals like Russia and China. The Trump administration. Okay, so basically, we are going to shift into a cryptocurrency world. We all know this. That's why we're all here. What if the United States went away from a dollar? Like, I'm just kind of thinking on my own here. What if we found a new source of money? What if we created a new source of money and nobody wanted the old money, the paper? That's just, all the United States dollar bill is paper. That's all it is. It means nothing. We went off the gold standard in 1973, right? From 1933 to 1973, let's put that as 40 years. For 40 years, we were on a gold standard. That dollar bill meant you could go to the bank and get gold. Right now, what is that dollar bill worth? It's like Bitcoin, isn't it? Oh, think about this now. The dollar bill is just like Bitcoin. What backs Bitcoin? Nothing. What backs the dollar bill? Nothing. Except if you believe. See, if we play make-believe, if we believe the dollar has value, it does. If people stop believing the dollar has value, it does. Like Albert Einstein said, whether you think you can or whether you think you cannot, or maybe it was Thomas Edison said. Thomas Edison, whether you think you can or whether you think you cannot, you're right. Okay. Now let's look right here. I have a video here. Where is it? Right here's the video. Now let's look at the evidence. Russia already knows. If you watch my channel, you already know about Ripple Russia. Let's look right here. Let's start at the 44-minute mark. 44-minute mark. Now, my hand is covering what you're seeing here is a video. It's a Ripple Russia video. Now, I'm not going to play it right now. I've already played the Ripple Russia video. Ripple's already in Russia 10 years ago. The video right there shows it. Now, we're going to look at Z payment. Go to the 55-second go to the 55-second mark. What do we have? The Z payment. Now, this is Russia. Crypto in Russia in 2007. Before Bitcoin. Nobody else has shown you this at all. This is truly amazing. Crypto Hulk, thanks for showing us. The Z payment acceptance and processing system has been operating since when? 2007. When did Bitcoin come out? Late 2008, early 2009. This predates Bitcoin. Russia had a payment system called Z payment. It started in 2007. What is it for? Provides a service for organizing payment acceptance in favor of stores and services. Now, if you look down below, there's 10,000 sites connected. 39 types of payment systems are supported. Okay. That's at the 58-second mark. You could read that. Now, if you go to the 1 minute and 5-second mark, what do we see here? Last edited by Evelyn on Friday, April 25th, 2014. Oh, what do we have here? A ruble gateway. Oh, well, look, it's a Ripple gateway, Crypto Hulk. It starts with a lowercase r, and it shows a capital US, lowercase rg, and that's the address right here. And it talks about Z payment and a ruble gateway with a Ripple address. Yes, brand new people. I've been showing you for 3 years. No other channel has this. I'm showing you. Russia has been using a ruble gateway to access the Ripple network. There's no other channel on the internet that has an idea what we're talking about right now. Congratulations. You found the right channel. Okay. Now, when we go to the 1 minute, 19-second mark, what do we see here? We see the original. Here it is right there. The original Z Payment website. Okay. Here we go. We're taking it all the way back to 2013-14. There's the Ripple. There's the website. Now, let's go up to the 1 minute and 20-second mark. What do we have? It says January 9th, 2014, Ripple Gateway. We are pleased to announce that the first ruble gateway to the Ripple system, there you go, right there. Maybe, see, here's a problem I got. These people that are the Ripple cheerleaders, oh, Rip David Schwartz, oh, I want to go to the conference, get his autograph. Look, these people are so fucking stupid. Ripple is the government, okay? And even deeper than that, Ripple and all these cryptos come from the top 5 families that rule the world. The same Federal Reserve System, the same Roth, and I can't say child, and I can't say family. They run the world. This is what it is. Look, these cryptos, this is for low IQ individuals. Maybe you want to share this with a friend. None of you guys, of course. But let's look right here. We are pleased to announce that the first ruble gateway to the Ripple system has been launched, with which you can email, you can enter or withdraw XRP, as well as start using decentralized. I'm trying to read it. As well as start using this new decentralized technology. You can find detailed instructions by following this link. Okay. We know for a fact that Ripple and Russia are working together. I showed you that this is the fact right here. It talks about a Ripple gateway. Oh, they're just using XRapid Crypto Hulk. They're not using XRP. Yes, they are. They're talking about entering and withdrawing. You can enter and withdraw XRP units. This is not XRapid shit for messaging. This is the real deal. They're talking about a decentralized technology, folks. This is already done. I'm showing you what no other channel has. This is why Crypto Hulk channel is the most shadow banned of any crypto channel. I want you to think about this. How does, see, now I showed you the information. Now let's constructively look at this. Russia and Ripple are, Russia and the United States are superpowers. Okay. We're considered enemies. Okay. How is it? Now, I'm just asking a simple question. Why would America, Ripple, form a relationship with Russia to give them a crypto platform called the XRP Ledger? They have their own Ripple gateway. You saw the Ripple address. It's right there. You can go on the XRP scan and go look at that. You can copy that. Coming in hot. See, I told you they got to pull the plug. That's what I'm talking about. This channel is what I'm famous for. I get into a subject like this and they got to like shut it off. And then I got to get back and turn it back on again. Do you ever see this on any other show? I'm not hitting the buttons. My hands are sitting on my desk. I'm kind of folding them. This is all I'm doing. I'm not pushing a button. I'm not doing this for dramatic effect. I'm just showing you. These people at YT, they know. There's probably government agents that know this Crypto Hulk guy. Hey, turn that shit off. I mean, serious. I got the most heavily shadow banned program because of shit like this. Is anybody showing you this? Do you realize how big this is? How does Ripple San Francisco work with Z Payment in Russia. Okay. Z Payment system, which has been around since 2007. It's a crypto system. The Russians were using crypto before we even knew about it. Okay. They had their own, that's what it is. It's Ripple Russia is a crypto system. Okay. That's how, and how do we know? Because it's called Z Payment and they have a ruble gateway to the XRP ledger. That's how we know. That's how we know Z Payment's a crypto payment, because they're talking about a ruble gateway and they give us a Ripple address, a gateway address. So obviously Z Payment is a cryptocurrency system. Okay. This little common sense will help on this channel. So my thing is this: if Ripple's really just some private company and Brad Garlinghouse is, well, just some guy from Kansas, right? Grew up on the farm or whatever. Okay. All right. I got a question.
ALGO, you get it back, some bullshit. Hey, you over there, don't bring that over here. That's bullshit.
Tell you what, we figured out on Crypto Hulk. How does a little company, now think about this, Ripple really only hit the scene like 2013 or 14. That's when Ripple Russia was going around, 2000. In January of 14, Ripple had an agreement with Z Payment, and they had the first, it was January of 2014. So how does a startup like Ripple make a financial business deal with Russia to send money? Isn't that like a violation of Department, and I can't say of Defense? Like, how does a startup company like Ripple, I mean, if I if I wanted to start a payments company and deal with China and Russia and have a special, wouldn't I get in trouble? I mean, I'd have people at my door right now. I can't even make a fucking YouTube show. Are you seeing this whole point? I can't even talk about this because the censors at YT are unplugging my show. How does Ripple get the authorization to go to Russia and hook them up with crypto? Isn't that like, that's not normal. You can't do that. That's, I mean, who in government allowed that to happen? And then let's not even get into Ripple China. Same fucking thing. I got all this evidence I've shown for 3 years on Ripple China and all this stuff. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I'm not a Ripple fanboy or whatever, trying to go to meet all these Ripple people and hang out, and Ripple's not your family. Like, look, you guys, don't get mixed up with these dumb shits out there. Like, yeah, I want to wear Ripple t-shirts and I want to meet all the Ripple fans, and it's an XRP family. Do you see how fucking stupid these people are? They have no fucking clue. This is the government. David Schwartz, like someone's showing here, Chris Sharpie. David Schwartz started off by working at the national, and I won't say security, and I won't say agency. Do you not see all this? On Ripple's website, I was the only one that showed you. It said they are a government contractor, subcontractor. The next day, that was taken off the website. I showed you that. And I showed you all these things because I'm trying to help you understand. This whole thing is not meant for us to understand. They're doing all kinds of sneaky shit. They won't... they don't want us to know. That's why I'm showing you guys this right here, okay? Z Payment. So now here's the actual Z Payment. Let me show you from, you can go on Crypto Hulk. Well, look right here. John Follett. John, thanks for that donation. I appreciate it. Says, you bad ass. Found Matt 59754. Matt found the money button, truth bums, YT hates Hulk's truths. So look, you guys, I can investigate and find shit, okay? I can't find everything. When I do investigate, I got more questions than answers. People are like, but Crypto Hulk, you learned so much. I learned so much from watching your channel, this and that. You know what? The more I study, the more questions I have. I don't answer more questions. If I answer a question, now I got 10 more. If I answer 10 questions, now I got 100 more questions I need to get answered. See how this works? This shit never ends. Now, look what I showed you right here. Here's the actual, my desk is kind of messy right there. I got my Donald Trump ring, somebody's phone number right there. I can't quite read that. I think I had some cough drops. Those are my Trump pins. Anyhow, what we got here is just that this is the original Z payment from the website right there. Nobody else has this. Perfect color. Now it looks really good. And you can look on the left side, Ripple Gateway. It's right. It's all right there. So how does Ripple get permission? See what I'm saying? This whole Ripple thing is fake. Is a $3.50 bill. Okay. I can't go to a Ripple function and be like, go David Schwartz. Yeah. Woohoo. Go Brad Garlinghouse. And then, oh, Monica Long. Woohoo. Hey. These people work for the government. This is all a government project. And what's funny is they're all laughing at all these people like, yeah, we're in the XRP family. Hey, family. You know how fucking stupid that is? These government people are laughing their asses off at all these dumb shits that join these XRP clubs or a Ripple fan, or I want to go to the Ripple after party or proper party. All that stuff is so fucking stupid. The government running psychological ops. They are laughing their asses off. People actually think Ripple's a real company. And these employees there are real people just like you and me, and Brad's from Kansas, and David Schwartz, I don't know, grew up in the Bay Area. And this is ridiculous. And what if we pay you to go and cheer for Ripple? Man, look, I'm trying to get you rich, all right? It's like, and I'm going to say something like HBAR, they're mixed in with the government. The guy who helped create HBAR, he's like a professor. He's an actual professor, and he used to work for the Air Force. And they released HBAR like 10 years ago and didn't tell anybody. They were using it and testing it, all of it. Oh, yeah, the Air Force. Like, let me tell you, I don't know if all the good cryptos are really government agencies. Honestly, I think if you took the top 10 or 15, like Ethereum, government project, Bitcoin, we all know the government made Bitcoin and shit. I think all this shit the government made. And if it's a really good crypto, I mean, not like the Pepe and I don't think Doge and all that, but like you take the top 15 cryptos, I think the government had its hand in making them. Or maybe even top 20. I don't know. I wouldn't be shocked. Let me check some comments here. Z payment, same as the Z on JFK Jr.'s arm. The Z on all the Russian military, the Z to the entrance to the U.S. aircraft carrier in South Carolina, the Z on the military uniforms, that Z. I listened to your show once sober, twice high. Awesome show. Does XRP have a partnership with Consensus? I think the same people. I'll tell you what. I think that Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, these are all governments. I think Bitcoin was a test. Remember, Bitcoin's white paper said it's going to be a payments crypto for the world. Well, that didn't work out. I honestly feel with Bitcoin, they got a bunch of sophomores at a junior college and they never completed their degrees. There were some smart people, but I think they got like C students. And these C student programmers made Bitcoin because they knew it'd be a world's payment crypto, and it didn't work. So the government who doesn't know what they're doing, hired a bunch of C students at a community college, probably somewhere in the Bay Area, took them out, said, hey, kid, come here. And because remember now, the government agents are all in these colleges looking for young minds to mold and stuff like that. So that's what I believe. They created Bitcoin, realized it was a shit coin. Ripple came along and shit. That was a new and improved Bitcoin. Ethereum came from XRP. Vitalik Buterin took the XRP code to make Ethereum. Okay, he took whatever he could, learned, took notes and shit, went to Canada or communist, wherever he's from, Russia, and did his thing. Okay. Let us go to the next article. Seals Q. Fuck yeah. Okay, everybody, what is the price of Seals Q? What is the price today for Seals Q? Some of you guys have bought that shit. Congratulations. If you listen to Crypto Hawk, you 100%ed your money on Seals Q. And you're on your way to it's going to be worth $1,000 or more. You'll see. Who's got Seals Q? How much? $8? But it's not $8. Come on. $4.63. That sounds about right. When we went over Seals Q for the first time, it was around $2. This is an actual stock. I went over it. Nobody was talking about it. And yeah, I had people that watched my show and they wanted to know what stocks they could get. Chris Sharpie says, I'm making money with Seals Q. Jane says it's worth $4.60. G.O. says, my bad. Oh, AJ bought 3,600 of them at $2.50. Damn. Righteous. So that's what we do at Crypto Hawk Show. We go over a lot of different things. Gold, silver. Sometimes we'll talk about currencies around the world. Stocks, stuff like that. So Brian Carazone says, I love my Seals Q and whiskey. Okay. Don't know where that's coming from, but I guess you're feeling yourself right now. Hopefully not literally. Let's look at Seals Q. We do a copy and a paste. This company, if you want to buy stocks, I mean, in crypto, this would be one. I started telling you guys to buy this shit around when it was about $2. Now it's almost $5. And it ain't going to stop. Won't stop, don't stop. Guess what? Let's keep reading. Seals Q CEO is going to deliver an opening keynote at IQT Quantum. It's called AI Summit. It's where AI meets quantum. Building Unbreakable Post-Quantum Security in New York, October 20th. Seals Q to also participate in Panel 8. It's a CEO roundtable. It's discussing with leading executives from Rigetti and Orca. During the event, Seals Q, oh, this is so huge. I'm telling you what, you guys that got Seals Q, hold on, because once they launch, it's called this, Quantum Shield QS7001. They are going to launch this thing. And when they launch this, your price of your crypto should go up considerably as it gets utilized in the real world, okay? It won't be $4.50 anymore or whatever. This shit should go right to $20 to $30 to $40 very quickly, okay? Seals Q, a company that focuses on developing and selling semiconductors, PKI, and post-quantum technology hardware and software products, announced today that its CEO, Carlos Moreira, will deliver the opening keynote speech at IQT Quantum Plus AI Summit. This is so massive, which will take place in New York City. Seals Q, the CEO, he's the keynote speaker. That means he's like the main guy for that particular meeting. He'll also participate. Okay. The keynote titled AI Meets Quantum, Building Unbreakable Post-Quantum Security, will explore why quantum-resistant security must be the foundation of the new era, everybody. As the convergence of quantum computing and AI intelligence is shaping the future of technology. Security is the backbone of the quantum era, says Mr. Moreira. AI agents, Internet of Things, devices, satellites, our entire digital world. Let me repeat this again. Our entire digital world depends on trusted identities and safe communications. Without quantum-resistant safeguards, critical data and infrastructure could be at risk. At Seals Q, we're not just anticipating the challenge, we're addressing it head on. This is what I'm talking about. You are going to get so dang rich off this crypto company right here. During the keynote, Moreira will highlight how global regulations and standards such as NIST, PQC algorithms, EU, let me turn this off. Oh, yeah. One of the guys who's been a member in the past on the $500 club, he's got 7,000 Seals Qs. Thanks, Hulk. What color Lambo? What color Lambo you want? I'm telling you what, this guy is going to be... Those suckers, the Seals Q, that's got to go to $1,000. I can't. They're talking about securing all the devices in the world. Now, look, other companies are coming up trying to do this. But guess what? Seals Q's already got contracts with governments. First mover advantage. Seals Q with this Quantum Shield QS7001. It's a next generation chip, which is expected to be launched in mid-November. Everybody, I'm telling you what, if you got Seals Q, hang on tight. You're about to get rich, okay? It's designed to deliver post-quantum security, running quantum-resistant algorithms at the hardware level. This is so cool. I don't even understand how this shit works. I think I'm starting to get a little stiffy, like a chubby. Like a junior chubby. The QS7001 is a milestone innovation that aims to secure edge devices, enable trusted AI identities, and strengthen critical digital infrastructure worldwide. This technology comes from HBAR. We know that HBAR is also a partner of Algorand, also a partner of Ripple, also a partner of Chainlink. Tell me none of those other companies are involved. And I'll have to hit the bullshit meter, okay? I will. It's going to be October 19th through 21. Now, the article goes on. I'm not going to keep reading that. I will show new people this. Seals Q partnering with Hedera. I got to show you that. Right there. MAB 1914 says, soon smartphones will require QS 7001 plus AI number 19 is AI backwards. Okay. MAB 1914, Motley Fool missed Seals. Okay, so there's a company called the Motley Fool. There's some kind of financial company. They totally missed Seals Q. Look, I'll tell you what. If you watch Crypto Hulk Show, you will be fascinated. If you watch Crypto Hulk Show, you'll be educated. I have deep dive information. It's not even on any other channel. I got information that's ahead of financial institutions. Okay, I'm not bragging. It's called just stating facts. When people brag, it's because they lack something. My channel doesn't lack anything at all. It's an awesome channel. We got the best. We got Kaylin Brown with Fireblocks custody. That's like the top banks in the world. I'll use that. We've got the Crypto Hulk law firm, which we're going to wrap up our crypto before the government makes laws. Why do we do that? Okay, the reason we do that is because right now, I'm the only channel on anywhere talking about this stuff. I've only been saying this 5 years. Here's what I've only been saying 5.5 years. In the United States Code, because I used to work in the Department of Justice. In the United States Code, when I worked at the Bureau, when I worked for the government, when I worked for the department that I did, you use everything is in the United States Code. Now, I did work law enforcement in California and Arizona. In Arizona, we have some called the Arizona Revised Statutes. In California, we got the Penal Code, Vehicle Code, Health and Safety Code, Welfare and Institutions Code, Fish and Game Code. See what I'm talking about? But the United States Code has all of that in there together with everything. We don't have any crypto laws. Some people will be like, yes, there is. No, there's not. That's why they're making the Genius Act, so they can come up with definitions. See what I'm saying? So we've got the Crypto Hulk law firm. What we're going to do is take our crypto, wrap it up like a time capsule. Whatever the government does as far as making laws, it will not pertain to our crypto because it's locked up. So the government can call XRP a security. Okay, that's fine. But when I bought it, there was no law. It doesn't change. When we wrap it up, when we wrap up our crypto, when we wrap it up legally, when the government calls different cryptos, whatever it is, our crypto won't relate to that because ours was wrapped up in a legal definition. We wrap our crypto up as whatever we want to call it, our property. We can call it whatever. Because right now, the United States doesn't have crypto definitions. That's what they're trying to come up with, crypto law, correct? Correct. So, technically, when the Crypto Hulk lawyer gets my LLC and the trust and all these things, when I give all my crypto to that trust, it becomes the possession of the whatever name of the LLC I make up. And whatever the government determines cryptos to be, it won't be my crypto because mine's already wrapped up. Okay, pre-law. So that is that. So your Seals Q, there you go. I'm telling you what, get ready. Mid-November, they're releasing this crypto. That's when this sucker's going to take off. Now, some people are going to sell it That's how it works. Sales queue will probably go from 20 to, I don't know, 40, 50, or $100 maybe. And people are going to start selling right off, which will kind of dump a price. And then as the crypto gets more widely used around the world, then it goes back up. And then it's going to pass up 100 and go $200, $300, $400, $500, $600, shit like that. Maybe even more. So Ron Weber says, had a great meeting with your lawyer. Okay. Will your lawyer come on the show? They don't. Hey, here's the thing. I'm an affiliate of them. And I mean, I could look at maybe having them come on the show, but the way their business thing is like this. They want you to call, contact a lawyer there. They'll give you time to ask questions. Why have this service? Why do I need this service? Why is Crypto Hulk talking about you guys all the time? Is it important? Is this just a waste of money? They're very nice people. Just ask them a question. They're not going to try to sell you some used car you don't want and try to force you into shit, whatever. It's very open. You get like a half hour or whatever it is. And they'll break it down. They'll find out what your needs are. And so it's kind of like it's very important that you get hooked up with a crypto lawyer. Now, my plan costs twice as much as yours. I have a lot of stuff going on, properties, houses, vehicles, and shit like that, and accounts. And so mine's more complicated, so it's going to cost twice as much as what you're paying. What you're getting is a Crypto Hulk specific protection plan for all your crypto, so your government can't fuck with you, okay? Gino says, I was embarrassed when I was talking to him because I feel I don't have enough money to be talking to a lawyer. Okay, one of the things is this. Let me tell you something, and then I'm going to wrap it up. When I got all my XRP from the beginning, I took it all out in loan. I didn't have any money for XRP. I got loans for over $8,000. I won't tell you how much, but it's well over $8,000. And I just paid it off in like a year's time or year and a half or whatever it was, okay? I got into crypto. I wanted that XRP at 15 cents. It was like 12 or 13, but by the time I got my loan and shit, it was like 15. I'm like, fuck. And then it got to be 20, 25, and then about maybe 27 or 30 cents. I can't remember, somewhere in there. I was done. I bought it all. I had to buy it fast. I think over a period of like a month or 2 or 3 months, that crypto went from 15 cents to like 30. I took a loan out. I didn't have the money for it. I took a fucking loan from, I forgot who it was. I forgot the name of the place. It's one of those where they ass rape you for like a year and a half with interest. I'm fine with that. It was quite pleasurable, actually. So I took a hit for the team, got enough XRP, and I don't even care if how much interest. Okay, let's say I paid $1,000 in interest or 2,000. Do I even fucking care right now? I don't. You know how much my XRP is worth right now? Like, way more than that $2,000 or whatever it cost me for a year of interest. I don't even fucking care. See, that's what I do. Don't copy me. I'm just telling you what I do. When I got my gold, it was 2,000. Gold was when gold hit 2,000 an ounce. I told Mrs. Crypto Hulk, hey, I'm going to get 4 credit cards and burn them. I said, I'm going to take 4 credit cards and burn the shit out of them. And I'm going to start buying coins. I'm just letting you know. And it's going to take me about a good 12 months to pay the shit off. I said, remember when I did that shit with the XRP? And she's like, yeah. I said, well, I'm doing it again, this time with gold. She's like, well, you made a great call on the XRP. And I got a green light. She's like, burn up as much as you want. I'm like, what? She said, we made so much damn money off that XRP that hopefully the gold does the same thing. She said, you seem to know what you're doing, so go for it. And that's what I did. Maxed out 4 cards. I think 1 or 2 of them didn't have any interest rate. It was like introductory for a year. So I paid the 2 cards off that had interest rates first. And then the other cards floated me like a whole year of interest. I just paid minimum payments. So I would pay off the first 2 cards. I had all the high interest rates, and then I would just pay bare minimum on the other 2 cards. And then when I paid those off, I got the other ones done. And it took me about a year, 12 months or 13 months, whatever it was. Maybe 14, I don't know, something like that. But it doesn't matter because my gold went from 2,000 to 4,000 an ounce. So I'm fine with that. All right. David Markaluk says, Rise is rocking. Let's take a look at that crypto. Rise. Let's see what happened. We talked about that crypto like 4 or 5 days ago. Rise. Let's see what's going on with Rise. Well, it's, oh shit, it's at 26% over the past couple days, man. 50%. Oh shit. Rise is up 50% over the past 7 days. If you got in on Rise and you held it, you're up 50% now. You can sell that shit off and make 50% profit. Oh, sweet. That's what happens when you watch Crypto Hulk Show. It's a good crypto, man. It's tokenizing. Rise is tokenizing. Congratulations for that. Ron Weber has a nice bag of Rise. I usually, when I get these, at a minimum, I like to get around 30 to 50,000 of them, you know. Sometimes I'll buy 100,000 and then sell off to get 50. Like if I make a profit, sell it off to get 50,000 and just hold 30 to 50. So there you go. And then we got that other one. Let me look on my phone for my wallets here. MetaMask. Let's start with Ethereum mainnet. I got Linnea. Linnea is a crypto that we went over, and I got a fuck ton of it. Like normally, I got way more than 50,000. I don't want to say, but I spent a lot of fucking money on that shit. And I'm going to hold Linnea. They partnered up with Swift, and Swift is running experiments with Linnea. So if everything goes well, whew, I'm rich. I got the Think protocol, Insight X. Probably got more of that than I should. I got the Think protocol. I got more than I should. Centrifuge, not enough as I wanted on that, but I still got a decent chunk of change. Ergo, AERGO. I need more of that. I've already got my money. It couldn't buy me that many cryptos, but I don't got 50,000, but I wish I did. XPR. I got my 50,000 plus of that. We Can. Not quite as much as I want on Weekend. Yeah. I need to get more. I mean, I got a good amount, but just... And then AELF. I don't have enough of that. I need to double up on that one. Sora Validator. I could use more of that. I don't have a whole lot of those. MAIV. Mave. I got my minimum on that. Like minimum 50,000. Not telling you how many, but the MAIV, I got, I'm good to go when that thing takes off. Expand ZK token. I got just around 50,000. Silo. I got a lot. I got a whole lot of that shit. Yeah, I don't want to tell you how much I got. And then there's some other cryptos I got in here. I'm not going over my whole stash. That's just Ethereum. Then I got Base Network. Oh, Rise. I got lots of Rise. Whoo-wee. I'm flush. I didn't normally I like to buy a little more than make a profit and sell half. Okay, here we are back, Crypto Hulk. So I got Rise, plenty of Rise. And let's take a look at BNB. I got Complex and the Marhaba network. I can't keep everything. If I go over shit, I can't keep it all. It's not normal. So I try to keep as much as I can. And then, of course, we got the hash pack stuff. I got a fuck ton of HBAR. Bank Social, I'm doing good. HBARX, HLQT, Seals, HTS. I got PAC, PBAR, Camelot Gold, 271. It's up 271%. Whoo-wee. I'm flush with Camelot Gold. I got a good chunk of that. Not a lot of, it's cheap actually. It's cheap crypto, but I've got a good amount, like well above the 50,000. Like, I got Dovu, Energy Trade, Healy Swap, and that's about it. I don't want to have too many cryptos. And I got Collateralize. I got a minimum 50,000 of those. So there you go. And I got some other stuff too. I don't want to. So yeah, so I got a good amount of cryptos. A lot of them we go over on the show I have. But again, I can't be buying everything I have on the show. It's just, you don't really need to. But some people do. And I'm not putting that down. Just, I mean, shit, you're going to have the most diverse crypto, like come hell or high water. If you have so many different cryptos like that, like I got a lot, like 20 at Kalen Brown plus all the ones right there. Probably got 40, 50 cryptos. I didn't intend on, it's just I'm the one who does the show. And when I investigate these cryptos, some of them are good. And it's like shit. And so, I can't buy them all. So there you have it. That'll be it for the show. Talent protocol. And again, I can't have everything I talk about on the show. They're all great. They're all great cryptos, and maybe I buy them like, fuck, this one's good. So it's just, that's how it goes. If I spend 30 minutes or more on one crypto, it's a good one. If I spend a whole hour on one crypto, that means it's probably a pretty dang good one too. So, all right, there you go. I'll see you guys. I don't know if I'm doing a show in the AM. I got to look for some news, but definitely a PM tomorrow. But there might be an AM. I don't know. But that'll do it for today's program, and I'll see you in the next one.